Well, we've had a few thunderstorms across the area this evening, and some of you saw a bunch of lightning and very heavy rain. And of course, in these kind of situations, you start thinking about what if the power goes off? Well, R&R Controls has the answer, and it's a Generac generator. Yes, you can get one for your home, believe it or not. And I know there's a lot of people that just do not believe that these Generac generators are made for homes. But you can go to any big box store, especially a home improvement store, and you'll start to see that they're selling them. But you know what? Can they service? Can they install? Yeah, maybe some can, but they really can't. That R&R Controls can do. The generator, they've got the number one name generators, Generac, the most trusted name in generators, whether it's for your home or whether it's for a business, whether it's for a factory, it doesn't matter, big or small. Generac can handle it all, and R&R Controls will show you how you can get it financed. It's not as big a deal as you think it is, and they're more affordable than you think they are. So give them a call. R&R Controls 270 777 2024. That's R&R Controls 270 777 2024. R&R Controls, never be without. Well, it's been a bit of a stormy afternoon, as expected, here in the 270 on this Monday, July 21st. And I'm Chris Allen, here with your 270 weather for the 270 and beyond. Yeah, we've had some pretty good little boomers here today. They're just about done, I think. We'll check radar in just a moment. But here is the view outside with the live Plano cam here at 5:58 p.m. And you can see just the leftover clouds. I still am hearing maybe a little drip drip. Maybe that's from the gutters. The thunderstorms are now over pretty much for the Bowling Green area. But there's still a few out there, which I'll show you on the radar in just a second. But you can look at that sky. You can tell we've had some rain. The rain was heavy. Whew, about an hour ago. I mean, it was coming down. We ordered a pizza, and I felt bad for the pizza delivery guy because I even apologized to him. I said, dude, I'm thankful that you're bringing me supper, but I hate that you have to be out in it. And he was all cool about it. And I made sure I gave him a nice, you know, nice little tip. But anyway, yeah, a lot of you have to be out in it, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, it was some decent rainfall this afternoon. But at the airport, they really didn't pick up all that much. They recorded a trace of rainfall, but I know here it was. I would say it was pretty close to a gully washer. Maybe not a frog strangler, but a gully washer. Close to it. Close to it. Here's a look at the numbers from today: 92, 2 degrees above the normal of 90, and a low of 77. And there's that trace of rainfall past 24 hours. Speaking of rainfall, here's a look at the radar. 6 p.m. on the dot. 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Monday, July 21st. And there are the showers left over that are pushing through the area. Closer inspection shows that Glasgow, you're now out of the rain, but Edmonton, you're still getting some rain. And then up here toward Munfordville, it's about over for you. Greensburg, Columbia, starting to get some of those showers. Heavier rain and thunderstorms up here around E-Town and over toward New Haven as you go up 31E to the New Haven train station, museum, all of that there. All of that is moving east from I-65, Sonora, Upton, Bonneville, Munfordville. Litchfield, you're in the clear now. Let's see what else is out there. Well, there's plenty of rain in clusters in parts of western Kentucky from Grand Rivers over there where Patty's settlement is. Patty's. Oh, that's some good stuff. 2-inch thick pork chops. Whew. Lemon meringue pies and all kinds of other meringue pies with the meringue stacked about, 6 inches high. If you've never been to Patty's in Grand Rivers, you got to go. At least experience it once in your life. Grand Rivers, right there off I-24. Yum, yum. We've got some pretty good thunderstorms down toward Murray and Mayfield. All of those are heading south and east toward the land between the lakes. And then, of course, down around the Nashville area, lots of rain and thunderstorms. Nothing severe. These are all just very heavy bouts of rain for a few minutes, and then they move on. It is putting out a little outflow boundary, a little gust front there. Winds at 30 to 40 miles per hour coming out ahead of the main wall, if you will, of rain and thunderstorms. But as of right now, I really don't see anything that's too intense. Just the rainfall gets a little intense for a few minutes, and then it's pretty much over after that. All right, let's go to the Kentucky Mesonet Network, and we'll check numbers here. We do a little refresh, and we see the current temperatures in the rain-cooled air have fallen into the 70s after being in the 90s, low 90s today, 70s here, 80s to the west. How much rain today? Well, right here from Ohio County through Butler County, Warren, then Simpson, Allen counties, and even a bit of Monroe. This seems to be where things really piled up as far as rain. I mean, you go up to Grayson County, Litchfield, only 0.03 of an inch of rain. But then you travel 62 over toward Hartford, and you get an inch and 0.08. Then you go down to Butler County, and it's 0.9. An inch of rain, just over an inch of rain, at the Western Ag Expo Center here in Bowling Green, but only 0.12 measured at the Corvette plant. 1.18 in Scottsville, Allen County, an inch and a quarter plus. Tompkinsville, Monroe County, and an inch and 0.18 in Franklin, Simpson County. On either side of this, not a lot. I mean, there were a couple of places like Munfordville picked up a half inch, but really, not a whole lot. With all the noise it was making and all that, not a lot of rain came out. Unless you were, excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm taking sinus medicine because it's my sinuses are acting up, and so it's making me sleepy. But there you see the map as far as winds, light, and variable. They're coming out of a whole bunch of different directions this evening. All right, on to the maps, and we check out what's coming. Stalled frontal boundary. That's why we've had the thunderstorms here this afternoon. The boundary starting to back off just a little, and eventually it's going to move on through. Some fog will set up tonight and early tomorrow morning, especially where we picked up rain today. The front begins to back off just a little bit further west, begins to what we call retrograde. In other words, put it in reverse. And there it goes. Now, this will also be the focal point for any leftover showers. There will be a few isolated showers. Well, it just reset on me there. There will be a few isolated showers, but they will be mainly west and south of that boundary, and not so much here in Bowling Green or southern Kentucky. I think our turn for rain has come to an end for a few days this week. That low and that front will stay back to the west. Here we go into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday, and then maybe into Saturday, we start to see a return of showers here in the 270 and the 615 and beyond. Same goes for Sunday, and it'll be painted in here on Monday as well. So while we're not getting the daily chance of rain like we have lately, it's going to be about the heat. The heat is on. Yeah, the heat is on. Yeah, the late Glenn Fry. What a great song. The heat is on. They played that. It's on the Miami Vice soundtrack. So is In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Oh, that's another great song. And the drum solo. Anyway, just a little bonus that, you didn't ask for, but I threw it in anyway. Because I know you like to be entertained. Low to mid 90s the next few days. Maybe even more mid 90s. Middle of next week. I keep waiting for it. Every time I look at this blender, the model blender, I keep waiting for, like a 70 something to show up for a high temperature, like go from the 90s to the 70s. It's going to happen, but it's not time. It's not time yet. You know it's not time yet. And you also know it's going to happen. We are, if you saw me at either sunrise or noon today on News 40, you know that I showed you a graphic that said 62 days until fall, 9 weeks. You think about that. 9 weeks is nothing. We're talking about basically 2 months. 62 days is basically 2 months. We are 2 months away from the beginning of fall. Because not the end of this week, but the next week, as you see there, the very last little square, that little line there. See that little green one that says 72 at the end, far right? That's August 1st. Mm-hmm. That's how close it is. I mean, well, that's how close August is. But fall begins in 62 days. In 9 weeks, basically 2 months. We're almost there. I can't wait. 90s, mid 90s, heat index 100 to 110 pretty much every day after today. But we will see rain chances coming back, especially Saturday and Sunday. Now, I've got a 30% chance in there for Friday. May or may not happen. But Saturday, Sunday does look like it is going to happen. A little better chance of rain and thunderstorms moving in. Um, Linda, uh, talking about patties. Coconut cream pie, 6 inches deep, yummy. Yes. Any pie that they have. I mean, I'm telling you, they make this beautiful pie. Lemon, coconut, chocolate fudge. I've had a butterscotch. Have you had the Mississippi mud? Oh my gosh. The boat sinker. OMG. Go to Patty's, get you a 2 inch pork chop. But then for dessert, get the boat sinker. Just, I promise you. You're like, what? It's called the boat sinker. Oh, oh, oh my Lord. It is so good. I wish Patty's would put one of their restaurants here where you wouldn't have to drive out the Grand Rivers, but man, whoo, Lordy. Let's see here. Phyllis, 1.5 inches of rain in Rocky Hill, Barron County. Yep. Okay, you're kind of on the Barron Warren County line, Rocky Hill, right there with the train tracks and the old depot that's there. Oh, I love that. Here is Steve. I know it's a ways out, but how is 7, 8, 9th of August looking? Oh, Tri 5 Nationals. I love it when the Tri 5s get here. 55, 56, 57 Chevys. We call them the Tri 5. It's the trifecta of classic cars. They always come to Bowling Green, and it's always a good time. But Steve, 7th, 8th, and 9th is just a little too far out for me to say much of anything, except that it'll most likely be hot and humid. I wish I could tell you different, but it's just a little too soon. If whatever I said would not be maybe the truth at this point, I'm just really guessing. But there you go. All right, you guys have a great Monday evening. Thank you as always for watching. I hope that you'll watch me tomorrow with Ashley Wilson, 6 a.m. News 40 Sunrise at WNKY, and then again at noon. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless you.